Hey, fun science video for you. What I want you to do right now, if you haven't already done it, remember, in class right now, I just ask you to take out a sheet of paper and I ask you to label it Bubble Observation Notes. What you're gonna be doing, okay, is we're gonna do a fun little cool activity here. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna first start by telling me everything that you know about bubbles. And you're gonna write down at least 5 things, The second thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow some bubbles for you during this video in case you forgot some things about bubbles, and that way you can add and get more things on your list of some other things that you might have forgot about bubbles. And then finally, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make these bubbles in a way you've never seen bubbles made before. And what you're going to do when I do that is you're gonna write down differences you see with those bubbles compared to other bubbles. So, first thing you're gonna do on your piece of paper is you're gonna write down 5 things that I already know about bubbles. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to pause your video. So you're gonna pause your video right now and write down 5 things you know about bubbles. Pause it. Okay, we're back. The next thing I want to do to help you out a little bit, some of you are probably like, I haven't played with bubbles in a long time, Mr. Callahan, because I'm in 7th grade and I'm too cool for that. But bubbles are fun. And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna blow a couple bubbles for you. And I'm gonna let you see a couple bubbles. And I'm gonna try to blow them in a couple ways so that you have an opportunity to maybe see some things you forgot about. So here we go. And so hopefully you were able to use that and do a couple things. One more for fun, let's do this too. So a bubble solution, you can make your own bubble solution, by the way, with just like dish soap if you want. And when you do it, you add a little bit of water and you can make your own solution. There's no real need to do anything. So hopefully you have added some things, hopefully, to your sheet that you forgot about. So now, hopefully you have at least 5 things. So what I want you to do next is you can pause your video if you need to finish writing. Go ahead and pause your video. Okay, I'm back. Okay, next. Now we're to the cool part, okay? What we're gonna do is check out this funky thing here, okay? You need to draw a picture of this in your notes. You don't have to be an artist. You don't have to be an artist. Like, look, literally what you can do is it can look something like this, okay? I've got a 2-liter bottle down here. I've got this peanut butter jar that I attached to it because I'm gonna put something big in here in a second. And that's why I did that. And then I've got some PVC pipe coming over here and it kind of looks like a shower. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make bubbles in a way you've never made bubbles before. So I want you to pause the video on this picture right now. Go ahead and pause it. Okay, I'm back. If you need to pause it on the video picture again, do, but you need to get this picture in your notes. Once you have it in your notes, you can unpause it. All right, so I'm back. Here we are, and let's go to the next part, which is the coolest part. So it's the first day, and you know what? We might as well do some science on the first day. So a big part about science is observation. Observation skills are like super, super important. So what I've got here, if you come over here and you can see this a little bit, okay? I've got something here that I'm gonna use. Take a moment to think. What do you think this is? I bet you know. All right? So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna take this. Go ahead and write down what you think this is. I know some of you are writing it down. All right? So I'm gonna take this. For those of you who didn't figure out what this was, this is dry ice. Dry ice is really cold, okay? One of the things I want you to do is I do want you to try to figure out what dry ice is. So you can use like a Google search engine or something like that, but try to figure out what it is so that for our next class period, hopefully somebody will know what dry ice is. But I'm gonna take this dry ice. It's really cold and it'll burn you. So if you ever handle dry ice, you gotta keep it moving back and forth between your hands. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna come over here now, all right? And I'm gonna use that in just a second to make a bubble in a cool way. So the very first bubble is the coolest one. So here we go, we're gonna try to make it. Hopefully we will be successful. And we're gonna hopefully let you see these cool bubbles. And so that first one was really cool, but now just check these out. They're doing some things that normal bubbles don't do. Okay, and what you're going to be doing is you are going to need to take your paper, and that paper that you were doing your things on, you're going to have differences I see in these bubbles compared to other bubbles. And so we'll try to get a couple pictures. Maybe we'll get you to see on the video what it does when it hits the ground too. We'll back up a little bit, let you see what happens when it hits, just so you can do that. Science is so much fun. It's awesome. If you didn't know that science was fun, oh my gosh, science is awesome. So one of the things I want you to make sure you do is in your notes, come up with at least 2 things that are different about these bubbles compared to other bubbles you've seen. We're gonna have a great year this year in science. Good to see you. Science is fun. Don't forget that. Have a great day.